Welcome back. It is day 2 of the latest Honor Flight Maine trip. More than 40 Maine veterans are heading to Washington, D.C. to see the monuments dedicated to the wars that they fought in. News Center Maine's Don Kerrigan and Steve Sherburne are on the trip too, and they have more on how it's going so far.
We've said it before that the Honor Flight Maine trips are a chance for the veterans to see their war memorials in Washington. That's true, but they're more than that. They're also a chance for the veterans to be celebrated and thanked, and that happened today.
Rather, it celebrates the unity of the nation.
From the moment they hit the road, the Maine veterans were getting celebrity treatment, from the motorcycle escort all the way into Washington, to handshakes and thanks inside the World War II memorial, bringing some of the veterans almost literally to tears.
Thank you so much.
This is the centerpiece of the whole trip, the biggest monument to America's biggest war. We got to meet and talk with Lynn and Bill Connell of Damerscott, husband and wife, both World War II veterans. She in the Civil Air Patrol, looking for German submarines.
So part of my job, was very brief, but was to fly over and look down and see if the Germans had arrived.
Her husband in the Navy and Merchant Marine, running convoy duty in the North Atlantic.
You never knew whether there was a sub out there or not, and you were just glad when you got into port.
Also seeing the memorial for the first time, Robert Cady from Wells, a Navy Seabee during the war in France and Germany, driving supply trucks to the front. Pretty tough time in your life?
Yeah, at times. I went up to the front lines. I hauled ammunition, fuel, gas.
Like all the Honor Flight trips, this group also visited the Korean and Vietnam War memorials, with the largest group of Vietnam veterans they've ever had. John McGrath is from Bangor.
Yes, I graduated Bangor High School in 1967. All right. Went in the service in 67.
And he reminded us they did not get celebrated when they came home.
It was a different time and a different place. And we had a parade in Boston, and they actually threw eggs at us. But boy, when we come home, you know, I mean, now the parades and what they're giving the veterans now is great.
And Charlie Paul from Norway, a Marine in Vietnam.
Bittersweet, what do you call it? I come here and it's good to be welcome. It's good to have my hand shaken. But I also come here knowing that I lost a lot of guys. Life is what it is.
They are all thankful, of course. And while a visit to the wall surely brings tears, they can share the sorrow with those who know the loss because it is also theirs. And despite all they've been through, some of the Vietnam veterans told us they are humbled to be on this trip with World War II veterans. One of them said, "We fought a war, they saved the world." In Washington, Don Kerrigan, News Center, Maine.